Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Backbone Podcast, where common sense still makes sense in a world that is sick and getting sicker. And I tell you, when I bring up that line, a world that's sick and getting sicker, it just seems to me that last night I said this that the world is trying to out sick itself every day. It's just absolute madness what is going on here. I'm telling you that the universe, God, whatever you want to say, if you don't see what's going on here, you're just under a rock. You couldn't make this up, and the greatest screenwriters of all time couldn't do this. Today, at about 3:15 this afternoon, and we have this. I know I'm being a little hyperbolic when I say emergency broadcast, but listen, I'm looking for views. Elon Musk went on Twitter or X, whatever the hell you want to call it, and he put up this statement, okay, or this tweet. And I quote Musk: "Time to drop the really big bomb at real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. This is the reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT, Donald J. Trump, of course." As of right now, it's about 8:40. There have been 174,000 views, 174,000 saves, 820,000 likes, 265,000 retweets, and 129,000. I'm sorry, I'm totally wrong here. There's been 113 million views and 129,000 comments on this. 113 million people and counting saw this tweet, which was made at 3:10 this afternoon, June 5th, 2025. Now, Musk is really went nuclear here. This is the nuclear option here, and the guy is not even throwing jabs. He's throwing grenades. He's throwing the nuclear bombs. He's throwing haymakers. He's going all out. And this is just absolutely amazing to me. 2 months ago, these guys were buddies. I mean, they were 5 months ago. They were on stage together, hugging, kissing. They're gonna make America great again. We saw Elon in August at the Republican convention, hooting and hollering. Who would have thought that this would happen? Who would have thought that this would happen? This is incredible. Now, since that time, Tesla stocks, and I am not a stock market guy. I don't know anything about finance. I know how to spend money. I don't know how to make it. Tesla stock has plummeted 14%, losing an estimated $153 billion today. That's the largest plunge in company history, all in one day. Now, I'm not going to cry, for Elon Musk. He's got a couple of bucks in the bank that he'll be able to keep the heat on when the winter time comes. But this is an amazing, amazing story. And it just goes to show, in The Godfather 3, when Michael Corleone approaches Cardinal Guillaudé at St. Patrick's Cathedral there, he's trying to buy the company Immobiliare. And the cardinal says that they lost about $600 million and because they were making deals with his friends. And Michael Corleone said something very interesting, which is extremely true. Michael Corleone says, and I quote, "Friends and money is boiling water." This isn't boiling water anymore, people. The pasta's al dente. It's ready. It's ready to consume. Elon's losing money. He's losing contracts with the government. In the big, beautiful bill that pretty much started this whole thing, Trump has cut out the EV grants that was in there, or cuts or credits, which affects Elon Musk. Now, Musk, and I'll show you in some of these tweets that Musk has has produced, says that he didn't believe in these credits anyway. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with Trump not being genuine. And now he's coming in, not being genuine because of this bill is just laced with pork, which is true. This bill is a disaster, but they're all disasters. They don't give a shit about our pockets. Politicians will tell you everything you want to believe before the election. Vote for me and I'll give you everything you want. And then after the election, you're fucked. They don't want to know you. They don't want to hear from you. They don't care. Now, is Musk being heroic here? I think it's a little bit of Elon's pissed off that he's losing money. Elon's pissed off that he might be looking bad because he promised to be, with this whole Doge thing, he promised efficiency and less spending and cutting of the pork, and Trump isn't doing that. But I think there's something a little deeper here. And this has a lot to do with Trump. There's an old saying that, you should never be the smartest man in the room. You should always surround yourself with people who are smarter. Trump doesn't like that. Trump doesn't like that at all. I knew somebody when I worked at the city who didn't know Donald Trump, but his superior worked closely with Donald Trump with the construction end of things. And Trump never liked to be second guessed or wrong. He was a very, very tough guy to deal with because, and listen, he was right a lot of times, but he was wrong a lot of times too. I mean, the guy was bankrupt 4 or 5 times. But he never liked to admit when he was wrong, and he has a tremendous ego. And if you saw the broadcast last night, we talked about ego, how ego lies to you. It can lie to you that you're right. It can lie to you that you're not good enough. And Trump's ego is out of control. This is why Trump's first administration, back in 2016, when he was president 45, was an absolute disaster. Attorney General pick, disaster. Secretary of State pick, disaster. Defense Secretary, disaster. He left his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, in charge of a lot of major decisions, disaster. The whole COVID fiasco was not handled properly. The only person in America that handled COVID properly was Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, and that's why everybody is running to Florida on their hands and knees. But Trump doesn't like to be overshadowed, and Musk is the only guy that can really do that. Musk has more money. Musk is younger. And maybe, just maybe, Musk might be brighter than Trump is. And he was pointing out a lot of mistakes or bad decisions that Trump might be making or his cabinet might be making. And this pissed Trump off more. And Trump let him go. Now, there's tweets from Trump where, and I'm going to show you, where he claims this. And of course, Elon denies it. And this is just, again, this is just really giddy here. Let me go back to some Elon stuff because he makes all these crazy claims about Trump. He's been going at it all day long. All day long. And if you look at the way it's being handled, look at this. This was from 4 hours ago. This is a video of Donald Trump partying. Well, this is a retweet. This is from Natalie Danishin. I don't know who the hell that is. But Elon retweeted this. And this is a 1992 party with Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And you can clearly see Trump there in his younger years. And he's with Epstein. Right? A retweet from 4 hours ago, again from Elon. Quote, the Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. He's just being relentless. Just relentless. Elon again with the little emoji with the raised eyebrow as AG Hamilton 29. I don't know who that is. Again, this is I'm just going by what Elon is retweeting here because he's getting a lot of ammunition. The relationship between Trump and Epstein was well established. Trump flew to Epstein's island on Epstein's plane at least 7 times, though it's not clear if he ever went to the island. Here is what Trump said about Epstein in the 2002 New York Magazine profile. Quote, Epstein likes to tell people that he's a loner, a man who's never touched alcohol or drugs, and one whose nightlife is far from energetic. And yet, if you talk to Donald Trump, a different Epstein emerges. Quote from Trump. I'm sorry, I thought that was Trump quoting there. This is part of the article. So this is Trump. Quote, I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. I mean, if he really said that, if he's really on the record for saying that, that's, oh, God. Terrific guy. Trump booms from a speakerphone. Again, quote, he's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, Mother of Christ, and many of them are on the younger side. Holy shit. No doubt about it, Jeffrey enjoys his social life. This is not good. Now, this is a tweet from a guy named Ian Miles Chung that Elon Musk retweeted. This was done about, oh God, I don't know, 320, maybe 350. 28.6 million views. Chung tweets, President versus Elon, who wins? My money's on Elon. Trump should be impeached and J.D. Vance should replace him. Musk retweets and says, make this post for the future. The truth will come out. 364, at the time, 364,000 views. Oofa. My word, what is going on in paradise here? Now, the funny part is, the conspicuous part is, Trump hasn't really fired back. If you look at his Twitter feed, it doesn't really say much. He talks about the horrible, there was an incident in Boulder, Colorado. That was from June 2nd. But his Twitter feed is kind of empty. Which makes you think, why? Usually somebody says something about, the Orange Messiah. He rips them a new asshole within seconds. Not today. And his little boy, his vice president, J.D. Vance, who is a simpleton. I mean, we all know that. He picked J.D. Vance because he's as I said, Trump doesn't like anybody to question him. J.D. Vance is not questioning Donald Trump. And anybody who thinks in 4 years he's going to be the new president, you're out of your mind. He is as qualified to be president as I am. There are so many more. There's the guy that should be president in 4 years is the guy that's the executive of the state of Florida right now, because he's the best executive this country has seen in a very long time, and that's Ron DeSantis. That's my opinion. You may have somebody different. But Trump is taking a beating now, and he's taking a beating from all sides. Now, Elon has now unfollowed Trump on X, and he's unfollowed a few other conservative, people. Stephen Miller, rhinos like that. So Musk is going, scorched earth here. He's the Romans, and he's looking at Trump like he's Carthage. He is going for the gusto. Now, in the bill, I wanted to find that bill here. Trump claims, bear with me for one moment. Trump makes the claim that the bill, that the EV would just cost billions and billions of dollars, and it would not serve the American public well. Here we go. Let's do that. All right, so this was retweeted by Musk 4 hours ago. Trump says the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do this. Elon retweets, in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contract, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. Right before that, Trump on Elon Musk, and I quote, Elon has never asked me for a thing. This was a tweet from March 4th. Again, Elon with the emoji with the eyebrow raised. Elon is a patriot. We want to thank you very much for the job you're doing. And on and on and on we go. But these tweets are just coming like wildfire. 7 hours ago, it is time, Elon Musk, it is time to create a new political party in America that actually represents the 80% in the middle. This is a poll. It's a question. Yes or no? I'm going to put yes. I'm just curious to see what the 81% say yes, 19% say no. Who the hell are the 19%? I mean, if you're a middle-class person, you're getting raped in taxes, and you could barely make ends meet. How in God's name can you support any of these bills? Rand Paul, 9 hours ago, reposted by Musk. And I quote, I'd vote for it, meaning the bill, if we got real spending cuts. But this bill is the largest debt increase in U.S. history at $5 trillion. That's like giving your 16-year-old a credit card, watching them rack up $2,000 on booze and gambling, and then raising their limit to 10 grand. It's irresponsible. Now, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do? Now, Trump responded today. This is via NBC News for informational purposes. We're going to play old Donald here. This is about 3 minutes long. Bear with me.
That I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen, regarding Elon Musk and your big, beautiful bill. What's your reaction to that? Do you think it in any way hurts passage in the Senate, which is, of course, what is you're seeking?
Well, look, I've always liked Elon, and I was very surprised. You saw the words he had for me, and he hasn't said anything about me that's bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, because the bill is incredible. It's the biggest cut in the history of our country. We've never cut. It's about 1.6 trillion in cuts. It's the biggest tax, you would say, people's taxes will go way down. But it's the biggest tax cut in history. It's we are doing things in that bill that are unbelievable. And when you look at what we're doing for small businesses, for people, for middle-income people, all of the things that we're doing, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and which was a lot of money for electric vehicles, and they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles, and they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. That's been, I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning, Mr. Secretary. That hasn't changed at all, right from the beginning. But I know that it disturbed him. He wanted, and rightfully, he recommended somebody from that he, I guess, knew very well. I'm sure he respected him, but to run NASA, and I didn't think it was appropriate. And he happened to be a Democrat, like totally Democrat. And I say, look, we won. We get certain privileges, and one of the privileges, we don't have to appoint a Democrat. NASA is very important. We have great people. General Kane is going to be picking somebody with our, we'll be checking him out and seeing, but he wanted that person, a certain person, and we said no. And I can understand why he's upset. Remember, he was here for a long time, you saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval Desk. And even with the black eye, I said, "Do you want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup." But he said, "No, I don't think so," which is interesting and very nice. He wants to be who he is. So you could make that statement too, I guess. Look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. Said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill. We call it a great, big, beautiful bill because that's what it is. He knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
All right, so those are the words of Donald Trump. Now, this is a tweet. It's from Trump's. It's from Truth Social. It's a statement Trump made about 6 hours ago. Of course, it says here 2 minutes ago, but this was this afternoon. So I'm. This is again from Truth Social, not from X. Eli, of course, is denying this. And I quote, "Elon was, in quotes, wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that no one else wanted, in quotes. I'm sorry, parentheses, that he knew for months I was going to do, exclamation point. And he just went crazy." Now, Elon, of course, says such an obvious lie, so sad. I mean, this is going on and on and on. And he's getting people who are saying he's heroic and he's genuine and he's this and he's that. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. John Ehrlichman tweeted, again, this was this afternoon, increased cost on U.S. federal debt, 2024, 1.1 trillion. 2023, it was 883 billion. 2022, 719 billion. Musk retweeted, "Congress is spending America into bankruptcy," and he's right about that. Now let me update this to see if he's come up with anything else, or if Elon went to bed. Let's see. Now, that was the last one from about 7 hours ago. So Elon is on fire. Elon is absolutely on fire, and he is not taking any prisoners. Now, Trump mentioned the black eye, and there are some suggestions that things may have gotten physical. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Who would he get physical with? He's not going to hit Trump. I mean, you're going to jail forever for that. You know, did he punch JD? No, JD Vance is, you could tell that Indian wife of his beats him with a slipper. So maybe this was sort of like an accident thing or whatever. But we did mention I did mention the black eye last night. Like, where does these things come from? Because there is a conspiracy theory about the Black Eye Club. I don't know if Elon is in it or Elon just maybe he banged his head against the cabinet door or something. But this is just absolutely incredible to see. And we talked about ego. Elon has an ego. Trump has an ego. These guys are all, if you want to use the term alpha, they're all like alpha males. They're all lions in a cage, and they don't want to share that cage. And Trump, the disadvantage that Trump has with this situation here is Trump has to play politics. So he needs Democrat rhinos to agree with him, to jump on board with him. So he has to put in these stupid spending bills in order to get the votes for this to end up on his desk so he can sign it. Elon doesn't understand that. Maybe Elon does, but Elon doesn't understand the political end of it. Politics is a very dirty game. Elon is a businessman, a financier. He's used to telling people what to do. They do it. They do it better than anybody, and that's why he has a company that is, worth hundreds of billions of dollars. 150 billion less today, but all the same, a very successful company. But he doesn't understand where Trump is coming from. Do I agree with this bill? No. I don't like the fact that these guys didn't even read it. They just voted for it. But Elon doesn't understand that because Elon runs a company. So he has to keep budgets in line. He has to keep, schedules. He has to do what business people do, what responsible people do. He has to have accountability. When you're a politician, when you're in government, there is no accountability. They don't give a shit. They print money, they spend money, they give money to their friends, they give jobs to their friends, they open doors for their friends, permits, all that shit. They do all this. So when their time in office ends, their friends put them on boards, their friends, build them libraries, their friends who are making hundreds of millions and billions of dollars off the United States taxpayer, they reciprocate. This is what Elon doesn't get. This is what Elon will never get. He doesn't understand that this is all politics. And politics is bureaucracy. Bureaucracy sucks. And that's why governments today, big global governments, move like they're corrupt and they move like snails. They're not in it for the people. They're in it for the money. But the whole Trump thing with Epstein, that was incredible when it came out today. It was just a bombshell. And I was going to do something on part 2 of the Dave Portnoy thing because he came out with this rant and he's coming off like such a bitch. But this was much more important than anything David Portnoy could do. You can't choose some guy who runs around eating pizza over Elon and Trump. The spaceman against the orange messiah. Tremendous, tremendous story. And this is what happens when egos get involved. And this is a Trump thing. I can't guarantee it. I wasn't there, but I'm telling you that Trump was just sick of Elon taking his spotlight. Maybe Elon was criticizing him. And he was like, hey, listen, let's just get rid of this fucking guy. I don't need this. I'm Donald Trump. I'm president, the most powerful man in the world. But Elon has things that Trump doesn't have. He has youth, the most important thing. And he has the biggest bully pulpit in the world with X. Now, Trump has X too. But right now, it just seems like Elon is just hammering away unmercifully. And the funny part is, 2-3 months ago, Democrats were calling Elon Musk a Nazi. They were talking about him with this whole salute thing. They are now, let's see if I can find this. They are now all over Elon Musk and in favor of what he's doing. And that just goes to show how hypocritical these guys are. That just goes to show that there is no purity in any of these people. They will jump ship and they will support you as long as you agree with their policies or go after somebody who they hate. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Eric Swalwell tweets, release the Epstein files now after the time to drop bomb tweet from Elon. These, it's, I'm not even going to go. Some of these people just they bloviate on Twitter, and it's just it's just not cool. But it just goes to show you that there is no loyalty, right? As long as you back me up, I love you. But if you turn on me, I hate you, and I'm going to call you a Nazi. So what do we get out of this? We know that Elon is more than upset, and he's probably upset at the fact that the cuts have been made and that the stock has been plummeting, and he doesn't have the control that he thought he was going to have. Trump is upset because who wants to have all these tweets about you coming out being on Epstein Island, and you knowing Jeffrey Epstein for 15 years, and this was 1992, so 15 years then was set 1977. Apparently, he's known of Jeffrey Epstein for about 48 years. And he knows that Jeffrey likes young, beautiful girls. Just how young is the question. And what was Trump's role in these parties? I mean, he might have gone to the island and, done some coke or drank. I know Trump claims he's never drank or done drugs in his life. I don't know about that, but I'll take the guy's word for it. But did he go to these parties and participate in any way, in an immoral way? We'll probably never find out. But remember, before that November election, all we heard about, and even after the November election, Pam Bondi and this Kash Patel, who's another psychopath, they all said, those files are coming out, and we're going to read them out loud for the whole world to see. And when they got those hands on those files, it was a big dud. And you have to ask yourself, why? Who's on them? Who doesn't want them read? Who's powerful enough to stop them from being read and exposed? I mean, if your boss is on them, there's no way you're exposing it. And this is how these people get their positions. You don't get your positions as Attorney General or FBI Director or CIA Director if you're not playing ball with the president. He's not gonna take a chance on getting some rogue element in there who's gonna fucking embarrass him. And he knows that nobody and their mama takes this J.D. Vance seriously. They all know he's a little puppy dog. He sounds like a little bitch. Even when he was yelling at Zelensky, he sounded like such a girly man. But people like him because supposedly Trump likes him. Trump has no respect for this guy. He wouldn't even endorse him when he was asked to. So he has no respect for him. Social media has exploded, especially X, and most of it is in support of Trump. I'm sorry, most of it's in support of Elon, including the Dems, which is not surprising because, again, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Trump gave I would say, a controlled reaction. He mentioned the black eye, which I thought was funny. And Elon didn't want any makeup. And he came out and said, listen, Elon's pissed off that we cut out these mandates and credits because nobody wants to buy these electric vehicles. And who can afford to buy some of these things? They're like $100,000, some of these things. And if in the state that I live in, they're now removing a lot of these electric port things to recharge your car. It's just not practical right now. And Trump was right. We need to have a variety of things where people have the choice to buy it. Hybrids, EVs, gas-run vehicles. Have a variety of things. Why does it? Why does it have to be a mandate about one thing going one way? And again, Elon is saying he did not want this, but he is in the electric vehicle world. Oof, that took a lot out. 35 minutes. All right. So I wanted to get this broadcast in live as fast as I could. And I thought today was just, the tea was flowing. It was delicious. It was delicious. And let me tell you, this isn't the end of it. I can guarantee you. More stuff is going to come out. And I will tell you, I don't know if Elon Musk had access to these files, but somebody does. And one day I don't know if they will come out. We're still waiting for JFK. I'm still waiting for the aliens. But sooner or later, something will come out. And somebody will, as they say, spill the beans. But anyway, no man memo tonight because I was writing the Portnoy ego part 2, but this just blew me away with all the craziness and the nonsense. So there's no memo tonight. There will be. I'll try to write one up tomorrow to do I mean, David Portnoy is already old news. He's such a fruitcake. All right, I'm going to leave you. Thank you again for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Be careful out there, my friends. As you see, Satan is still busy. Satan is on fire right now, literally and figuratively. Be a man, have a backbone, because masculinity and common sense are worth standing up for. We'll see you later.